Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Big Game 7s today and tomorrow, can't wait. And I wanted to spotlight an area that we don't always talk about. Just like with Draymond Green, we want to focus on DeJuan Blair and what he does for the Mavericks because it goes so much beyond the box score, it's not even funny. He gets the screens, he gets the deflections, a little steal here or there. He throws the ball in every now and then, but it's the way he plays the game right. It makes his teammates look so much better than, well, they are pretty good, but he makes them look even better. And I want to spotlight a bunch of different plays we noticed that directly led to the Mavs beating the Spurs in Game 6.
On this out-of-bounds play, watch how a good, solid screen gets a great shooter in Juan Calderon open for the shot. It's not an assist, but it's close. While he's not much of a threat on the roll, watch how his effort knocks the ball to a teammate, giving his team another possession. And then he gets rewarded with a nice pass from Calderon and he hits the layup. Also, watch how he can cover for his teammates. Dirk gets beaten by Kawhi along the baseline, and there is Blair to block the shot. It's a debatable foul, but the coverage was great. More proof that as a roll man, he's not a great finisher, but he doesn't give up on the play, grabbing the rebound and giving the Mavericks extra possessions. Without him, Dirk doesn't get the applause for a nice pass, and Marion doesn't get the dunk. He always hustles back on defense hard and understands positioning perfectly, getting the great steal off a side front of Tim Duncan. He's also deceptive. He'll goad you into thinking he's laying back on defense and giving you room, then picks Tony Parker's pocket clean. He's got a pretty good knack for when to help off his man, here pressuring what would have been a surefire Tony Parker make on a reverse. He's always looking to get his teammates better shots. Look at this awesome screen at midcourt that gets Harris a layup. All these points are crucial and he deserves assists for these plays. And just another example of him using his wide body to set a great screen that directly leads to an opening for an Ellis jump shot. I think a lot of young big guys don't understand that the better you set the ball screen, the better chance you get at shooting the ball. And he does have that little floater in his arsenal. Watch how he plays off of Splitter, making it look like the pass is open. He's just quick enough to get that steal, and he doesn't look to do too much as he brings the ball down court, finding Calderon on a good pass for an open look at 3. You really have to understand how important possessions are in the playoffs. And if you get extra ones, sometimes it's not even about scoring, it's about keeping the ball away from your opponent that much longer. And look at the cause and effect here. This play calls for the first look to be Duncan on the low block. Blair's effort to get in front forces the Spurs into a whole set of different options. And if it hadn't been for Blair, Tim Duncan isn't in a position to set an illegal screen, pick up the offensive foul, and also turn the ball over back to the Mavericks. The Spurs are usually prepared for when the defense fronts Duncan in the post using high-low action, but Blair uses excellent footwork to step back in position and then boxes Tim Duncan out perfectly for the rebound. There isn't a lot for Blair to do on the offense, but he dutifully goes to his spot knowing that at some point he'll be called on to make a play. Dirk finds him with a nice pass, and not only does he finish the shot, but gets fouled to boot. We might have to ignore his happy feet before the foul though. Clinging to a tiny lead, the Mavericks are desperate for any kind of disruption to the Spurs' offense. Here, Blair completely destroys this 2-on-1 for San Antonio by deflecting the bounce pass, using incredible multiple efforts to force Duncan into a miss. And it's Blair who saves the day by reading the out-of-bounds play perfectly, coming off of Duncan at the right time, and then getting his hands on the Parker pass, stealing it, and sealing a win for the Mavs.
So there you have it, sports fans. Incredible stuff happening. I cannot wait. I know there'll be even more this weekend, so stay tuned for lots more breakdowns. And don't forget to keep your eye on these role players because they're so crucial. Every possession is so important, and when you get a guy that can consistently get you more possessions and keep the ball away from the opponent, that is going to do nothing but help you in the playoffs. Well, thanks for joining us. Lots more coming up. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter for our live analysis during all these games. And don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation.
You win.